Why did they start dancing? Why could they not stop? Who was playing the music when there was none? Why did their feet bleed yet? Their bodies refused to rest? Why did priests pray while doctors failed? Why did strong men collapse smiling? Why did women scream while spinning? Why did children copy them? Why did the city watch instead of flee? Why did death come slowly and rhythmically? What kind of terror makes a human body move against its own will? What kind of fear turns joy into a weapon? What if this was not madness? What if it was not poison? What if it was something worse? What if it could happen again? What if you were there? Would you dance? Would you run? Or would your body betray you too? In the summer of 1518, in the city of Strasbourg, something happened that history still cannot explain. A woman later remembered only as Frau Trophea stepped into the street and began to dance. There was no festival, no music, no celebration. She danced alone at first. Her movements were awkward, uncontrolled, almost painful. People laughed at her, some prayed, others mocked, but she did not stop. Hours passed, then a full day, then another. Her feet swelled, her face twisted in agony, yet she kept moving as if something invisible pulled her strings, as if stopping meant death. Then the impossible happened. Others joined her, one man, then another, then dozens. They did not know each other. They did not plan it. They simply started dancing. Their bodies shook, jerked, spun. Their eyes were wide. Some cried, some laughed, some begged for help, but none could stop. Within days, over 100 people filled the streets dancing endlessly. The city turned into a nightmare of movement. Soundless music ruled the air. Doctors were called. They examined the dancers. They touched their chests, measured their pulse, watched their shaking limbs, and they made a decision that would later be remembered as one of the most horrifying mistakes in medical history. They said the dancers were suffering from overheated blood. The cure, they believed, was simple. Let them dance it out. So the city did something unthinkable. They built stages. They hired musicians. Drums, flutes, strings filled the streets. The belief was cruelly logical. If the body wants to dance, then force it until the sickness leaves, but instead of healing, it spread. Faster, louder, deadlier. Men collapsed mid-spin, women fell screaming, some dropped dead from heart attacks, strokes, exhaustion. Their shoes filled with blood, their bones cracked, their muscles tore, and still the survivors danced. Some danced for days, some for weeks. Witnesses wrote that bodies were carried away while the music continued. By the end of the summer, hundreds had danced, dozens had died. No one knew why. Was it madness? That is what some said. Mass hysteria, they called it. A city broken by famine, disease, and fear. Years of hunger had weakened bodies. Plagues had emptied homes. Religion had filled minds with terror of divine punishment. Perhaps the mind snapped. Perhaps fear became movement. But if it was hysteria, why did it last so long? Why did bodies ignore pain? Why did people die? Others whispered of poison. They blamed bread rye contaminated with ergot, a fungus that causes hallucinations, convulsions, uncontrollable movement, a natural drug hidden in daily food. Could it have turned an entire city into puppets? But ergot poisoning brings visions, fire nightmares. Yet many dancers reported no visions, only compulsion, and ergot usually kills quickly. This was slow, deliberate, cruel. Then there was the darkest belief, a curse. People believed they were punished by a saint. An invisible force had claimed them. Some begged for forgiveness while dancing. Some screamed prayers. Some collapsed, crying that God had abandoned them. Faith did not save them. Science could not help them. Authority made it worse. The streets of Strasbourg became a lesson written in blood, a reminder that humans are fragile not only in body but in mind. Society watched people die not from swords or fire, but from movement, from joy twisted into horror. And then, just as suddenly as it began, it stopped. The music ended. The dancers collapsed. Those who survived were left broken, scarred, traumatized. No one ever danced like that again. Or did they? Centuries later, History recorded similar outbreaks, people laughing uncontrollably until they collapsed, people crying without stopping, people fainting, screaming, shaking together. Were these echoes? Was something awakened in the human mind? Something ancient? Something dangerous? What if the dancing plague was not a disease, but a reaction? What if the human brain, under extreme pressure, chooses motion over silence? What if stillness becomes unbearable? What if movement becomes survival? Ask yourself this: what would you do if your body stopped obeying you? If your legs moved while your mind screamed, "Stop"? If pain meant nothing? If rest meant death? Would you fight? Would you surrender? Would you dance?